Now with your local sports, here's Sports Director Manny Diaz.
Well, remember that Tom Glavine, Greg Maddox, Chicks Dig the Long Ball commercial back in the day? Well, with one swing of the bat tonight, Rangers ace Yu Darvish made that come alive. Greatest of all time, GOAT. Someone who's blamed for the outcome or is the opposite of the hero. GOAT. One term, two different meanings. Unfortunately for Cowboys wideout Terrence Williams, well, he was the GOAT on Sunday, just not the one he envisioned. Well, regardless if you put your horns up or not, especially here in West Texas, Lakeview's own /UT offensive coordinator Sterling Gilbert and the Texas Longhorns all gave us a reason to become very interested in the double OT win last night over Notre Dame. What's what makes sports what it is, the rivalries, and plenty to talk about tonight, especially when it came to Abilene's 56 crosstown showdown, which sparked the question, who gonna run this town tonight? Week in and week out this fall, it's going to be a gauntlet.
Yeah.
I mean, from the Texas Tech teams of America to Baylor to TCU. Has that kind of set in with you?
You know, no.
And for Mark Chester's Angry Orange defense, it's a movement that can be summed up with the hashtag in just 3 simple letters.
It's really just like a cost.
Now, the ladies around here love them some Texas country here in West Texas. Have you gotten a feel of that just yet?
No, I haven't gotten a feel.
For years, it's been Dave Campbell's in F&F magazine ranking the Wallhawks as at least a top 10 team in Texas to start the season. This year, no different. And like in years past, well, it's up to the Hawks to back it all up. If starting and winning an NCAA regional tournament game was on the old bucket list for San Angelo's own Davis Martin, well, you can officially check that off.
Now with your local sports, here's Sports Director Manny Diaz.
All right, coming off a series of surgeries this offseason, it was unknown if Texans All-Pro defensive end J.J. Watt was going to be good to go for the season opener against the Bears until, well, the week of. Sunday was J.J.'s first true action seen since the playoff loss against the Chiefs last January. Although he was close to getting a sack late in the fourth quarter, well, he settled for 1 tackle and 3 hits on Jay Cutler. So when asked if he's looking forward to week 2 against Kansas City, well, let's just say his response was in the neighborhood of something what you were thinking of.
For me, it's more just I'm eager to get out to practice every day.
See, kids, even the pros like practice. All right, the Texans get the Chiefs on Sunday in H-Town in a rematch of last January's AFC wildcard round. In 3 weeks, it's been 3 wins, along with 3 shutouts for my Cristobal Cougars, meaning nobody has crossed the goal line on the kids from the south end of the Concho Valley. Some would say, hey, it's just drawing up some good defenses, but for first-year head coach Casey Otho, that relentless style of play on defense starts with the new ground-and-pound offensive scheme.
I think the biggest thing for us is changing the offense to a more powerful offense.
Love those new white lids. Meanwhile, here's how the rest of Texas sees the Cougars. The kids from South Tom Green County are in some elite company. Fellow West Texas squads like Ira Ann and Albany are in the top 5 in this week's AP poll. Mason is at 15, while the Cougs are climbing their way into things right behind the Ants and Tigers. They're at 16. Well, the Rangers going for the series sweep of the Stros tonight in H-Town, bottom 8th. Good guys down a run. But the Astros crashed the rally. Marwin Gonzalez sneaks it past Elvis Andrus. Good for the 2-run single, giving Houston the 7-4 lead. Sorry, Bob. Part of a 3-run inning. Can't win them all. The Astros take it tonight, 8-4. If you remember, for years, San Angelo Central and Abilene High were known as Little Southwest Conference rivals. So when UIL put an end to that, well, both said, well, why not keep the rivalry alive? To San Angelo Stadium we go. Central rocking the all-orange throwbacks tonight, honoring the 1966 state championship team, taking on Abram Smith and the Abilene High Eagles. First quarter, Cats cranking up the machine early. Cal Vincent with a little pump action, rolling to his right, firing down the sideline to Adam West, who gets a foot in for the completion. Very next play, Cal calls his own number, and he gone for the 30-yard touchdown, and it's 7-0 Angry Orange just like that. Next Central drive, Cal back to work, airing it out for Adam West. Mr. West, Mr. West! He's gone for the 69-yard touchdown to make it 14-0. All right, later Peyton Killam looking to keep his Eagles in it, finding some daylight for the first down. Man, this kid, pretty athletic. You got to see what he can do on the basketball court. Later in the drive, handoff to Abram Smith, who has a nice convoy all the way to the end zone. And look at that, to make it 14-7 Central. Now a 7-point game. Start of the second quarter, now Bobcats knocking on the door. Cal Vincent to Aaron Wooten for the 16-yard touchdown to go up 21-7. Central up 28-7 now. Killam connects to Quayshawn Washington for the big first down. A few plays later, Abilene facing 4th and 1. Killam decides to keep it But Ty Harmon there for the big stop. Hashtag eat for turnover on downs. Ensuing drive, how about that central ground attack? Look at that pitch from Cal to Davin Manning, who takes it 72 yards to the house, G to the O, and he gone to make it 35-7 Angelo. 3 minutes left in the first half. That Central defense still working. Ty Harmon with the strip sack. Henry Howard with the scoop, taking it to pay dirt. Central would lead 49-14 at the break. Wow! 449 total yards for the Bobcats in the first half as they go on to win this one 63-26. After the game, our Rex Castillo found the old ball coach.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody! Who's got it better than us? Nobody! Where my Broncos at? 2, 3,
By the looks of things, it shouldn't take much to figure out the meaning of Sonora's Bronco Nation.
Family.
These kids in this community.
Family. State, baby.
Speaking of state, Bronco Nation even has a catchphrase to go with it.
It's a chase for safe, and that's basically us saying we're going to go and get that 6th state title.
And team speed is why Sonora is thinking state. Right now, they're averaging 6 plays in 49 seconds, all while asking the big fellas to not only pave the way, but set the pace.
Well, the offensive line's got to get set, get the calls from our quarterback and from the sideline. And so when those guys play fast, it's really, really important.
It's kind of unexplainable, you know. It's a good feeling, and once you get everybody's tempo up, you can't stop it.
But playing fast isn't just on one side of the ball. In fact, on defense, it's all about tempo.
If we tire them out on defense, they get tired out on offense. And, you know, it's kind of, you know, benefits us.
So if you're wondering why the Broncos love defense just as much as airing it out, how about being a champ on another level?
We've added a turnover belt, our wrestling belt. We encourage turnovers, and when a kid gets a turnover, they get that wrestling belt and they get to hang on to it. So we added that this year.
This season marks 50 years since Sonora won its first state championship. Granted, plenty has changed since 1966. It wouldn't be such a bad thing if history decided to repeat itself in 2016. Well, imagine going through life with all the motivation and courage in the world, but only a dream would allow it all to come true. For Heiko 7th grader Fernando Fonseca, well, he no longer needs a dream to play football. It's a scheme, it's the plan, it's the X's and O's that give heroes a fighting chance. His name is Fernando Fonseca, 7th grader from Heiko. His love for the game is larger than life. But spina bifida, a defect that disables 1 in 8 births in America, has sidelined Fernando until this season.
Of course, we got a chance to watch him grow up from when he was really tiny, and I understand that maybe in some ways he doesn't have some of the capabilities of the other kids, but in other ways we think he's probably more special than anybody we have here.
Every single practice, every single day. Hey, coach, I'm ready to go, during the game. Oh, I want to get in there, coach.
So after having made his case, Fernando got his chance against Goldthwaite in a play tailor-made just for him.
When we started practicing, the Fernando special is what you get to see.
Coach told me to play Pro Route Liz Fernando special. Oh, I'm already.
I thought they were gonna, like when I went to when I was getting to get started, and I thought to myself, I think they're gonna tackle me, but they didn't tackle me.
Man, it was awesome just to go out there and get to see my best friend go out and score those 2-point conversions. Really warmed my heart.
But of course, Fernando had an audible in mind for his very own play, the dive.
That was a little extra, okay? That was all by himself, but that is Fernando. He does his own deal. We have it all planned. This is how we're gonna do it. And I'm surprised he didn't do a flip in the end zone, or get up on top of it, dunk it on the goalpost or something. That's kind of the way he is.
As for what's next for Fernando,
this year I'm gonna run track, but I don't know about I don't know if I'm gonna do football next year or in a year, but I'm sure I'm gonna do track every year.
So what motivates you? What inspires you? Second thought, what if life had a different game plan drawn up for you?
You think you're different than anybody else?
No, sir.
How so?
because I can run and everybody can run. I can run too, and I can walk, and a lot of people can run and walk.
I know if you could take Fernando and you put his mindset into 99% of guys out there, you'd win a whole lot of football games. Actually, you'd probably never lose a football game.
From his motivation,
We want to win the tomorrow game, and I want you to win. Let's go Tigers!
to his made-for-TV smile, Fernando shouldn't be just an inspiration to us all, but how we approach life, one 2-point conversion at a time.